Welcome class to your Anatomy and Physiology 2 lecture course. My name is Sarah Strickland and I will be your instructor this semester. I have been teaching anatomy and physiology since the fall of 2005 and I look forward to working with you all this semester to a successful conclusion. In order to do that, you want to get a jump start as quickly as possible, and that would be logging in and gaining access to your online course. To do that, you will click on or enter into the Delgado Community College website at dcc.edu. Come over here to Quick Links and click on Canvas Login. Here you will log into Canvas using your Lola username and password. If you do not know your Lola username and password, or if you are having issues logging in, click on this link here and it will bring you information on how to gain access or reset your credentials. Once you log into Canvas, you should see something similar to this. This is the dashboard of all courses you are enrolled in. If your course does not show up here on this dashboard, what you can do is come over here to click on the little book icon, scroll down to all courses, and look for the course you're looking for. And make sure the star is highlighted next to it. This will ensure that the course will show up in your dashboard when you first log in. Once you've found the course in question, you will come over here and click on the course and you should see something similar to this. In Student View, this is what you will see. Over here you have your menu options, recent announcements, and if you scroll down you see a welcome message with a bunch of tasks for you to accomplish as quickly as possible. Lastly, down here you have links to your main content areas. And finally, a list of all due dates for the major assignments in the course. One of the first things you will want to do is click on the Start Here module and begin accomplishing your tasks. This entire module must be viewed and completed before you can move on to your Exam 1 materials. This includes reading all of these important documents, completing this online contract, and finally taking this syllabus quiz and getting a 20 out of 20 on it. You must get 100% on this syllabus quiz before it's considered complete. In order to take this syllabus quiz, you actually need to gain access and download a program called Respondus. Information on Respondus can be found here within this module. Once you've downloaded and installed Respondus, you will close out of this window and open Respondus to take your syllabus quiz. To ensure that you only have to take your syllabus quiz once, make sure you have read through all of these documents. If you do not, there's a chance you will be retaking your syllabus quiz. Once you have completed all of these items, and once there are 12 check marks over here, you will want to get started and gain access to your Exam 1 study materials. Your Exam 1 study materials has links and resources for the content you will be tested on in Exam 1. One of the first things you will see here is a link to the YouTube lecture site. This contains individual lectures for each chapter. You will note that although several sections are covered in one lecture, as you see here, and the lecture might be quite lengthy, in this case an hour and 15 minutes, what I have done in the description here is give you a list of the timestamps for each section. So if you wish to only focus on sections 18.1 and 18.2, you know that that section ends around 19 minutes. And if you want to focus on section 18.4, then you can fast forward to 38 minutes. In addition to the YouTube lectures, I have provided you with PowerPoints for you to take notes on and an optional outline. Note, these outlines are provided directly from the publisher and contain all information discussed in each of these chapters. Note, I do not always lecture on all content, so you want to keep that in mind when using these outlines, in that you may want to edit the outlines to remove any content that I do not lecture on and add potentially additional content that is not included that I do lecture on. Also, for each chapter, I have compiled all of the resources available to you from the publisher. This includes links to your e-textbook for each section. Down here, I've linked a variety of animations, which I hope will help you understand the more difficult concepts. Also useful are auditory explanations for the images in your textbook. And finally, anatomy resources and different interactive activities down here. Each chapter has a variety of resources that you have access to that I want to strongly encourage you to use, as the more ways you interact with a concept, the more likely you are to understand it and remember it. Finally, in each exam module, you will see a link to a detailed study schedule. This detailed study schedule gives you a lot of valuable information, including exam format, major deadlines, resources available to you through Wiley, and major learning objectives for your exam. Using this guide and making sure you have a grasp on these learning objectives is a good way to make sure you are prepared for your exam. The last thing you'll want to get started on is this What Do You Remember assignment. This What Do You Remember assignment contains questions that pertain to previous classes that you took. This includes questions from general biology and from A&P 1. The questions within this document will apply to content throughout this semester. So my hope is that we can dust off some cobwebs and remind ourselves of these concepts so that we can easily apply them to the A&P 2 material. One of the last areas I want to bring you to is your Canvas inbox. This is the best way to communicate with me through Canvas here. And this ensures that content and emails get to me quickly and easily. Other than that, I want to wish you all a wonderful first week of classes. As always, email me if you have any questions whatsoever, and jump right in. Good luck to all, and I look forward to working with you.